Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another fabulous week of our English 235 class. Hopefully, you're getting a chance to enjoy some of this beautiful sunshine. It's windy, but at least the sun is out. That helps. I want to apologize for the videos coming out later in the afternoon. Normally, I try and get these out for you early Monday so that you've got like the whole day to enjoy them. But the kids are sick again, and we spent the morning at the doctor for ear infection. So very fun, and thank God for coffee. And we're trucking ahead. So today we are beginning our work on the SOP. SOP is Standard Operating Procedure. Folks typically call it SOP as opposed to like a SOP. I've never actually heard it referred to as that, but if you want to start a trend, feel free to do so. I think it would be hilarious. So this week we're working on our standard operating procedures. A standard operating procedure is a very common form of technical document where you're trying to give somebody instructions to complete a task. That task could be anything from how does the printer work, which is a very nice SOP to have, to something much more complex like coding some kind of computer system or installing an electrical circuit or mixing chemicals together to create something in chemistry. Like, I'm trying to give you a variety of examples. Clearly, I don't have all of that background. But an SOP is a document that you will see across fields, whether it's science, engineering, business, um, even if you work at a bakery, recipes are SOPs in their essence. So there's SOPs everywhere. So it's a good document to get kind of some familiarity with as you're taking your technical writing class. So this week we're going to be working on creating an SOP. On Friday, you're going to be submitting a usability testing worksheet. That's just a fancy way of saying have somebody read your SOP and try and follow your instructions. If they're not able to follow your instructions, then that should be a good sign that maybe we need to clarify some things, maybe we need to add or edit some steps, all of that good stuff. So the usability testing worksheet is just a fancy way of saying you're having somebody test your SOP to see if it makes sense, if the instructions are clear, and to see if their end result meets what you intended the end result to be. So as we take a look at our standard operating procedure, you will see that we've got a lot of really fun topics that we could do. You could say how to change a bike tire, how to do some task, change oil in a car engine, or import a photo, or cook something, or tune a guitar. I mean, it's really anything that you're interested in. I will say that my advice in this assignment is to pick something fairly simple. A lot of people like to do cooking recipes because they're very straightforward in nature. It's easy to get the visual aids that accompany the words in this document because you can just take a picture of your baking process or your tools or something like that. So lots of folks tend to do that route. I've had folks do like makeup tutorials or really whatever you're interested in, but try and keep it simple because an SOP really has to line out every single step of the procedure. So if you're doing something relatively simple like baking banana bread, your SOP may be 2 pages, 3 pages long. If you're doing something complicated like building a car engine, that's going to be like 500 pages long. Do you see the difference? Like we want to pick a fairly simple task. So find something that you're good at, something that you're interested in, something that maybe connects to the job you do or a job that you hope to do in the future. Anything like that is a great way to go. You can use your hobbies, your personal interests. Really, the world is your oyster for this one. I'm not sure why that expression is an expression, but you can pick really honestly any topic. Just try and make sure that it's fairly simple so that you don't end up with a 50-page document. So pick your topic. You're going to outline all the steps, and then you're going to need to require, or the requirements say you need to use at least 2 figures in this. So you want to make sure that you're using pictures. You can use pictures that you take, and if you took the picture, you don't have to include a citation. You still have to label it with the figure. You still have to put the little subtitle that tells what's happening in the picture, but you don't have to include the citation which you can see right here. If you get your image off the internet, you do need to include a citation. That's important. We have to give credit to whoever created the image. So this is a good example of how your figure number, your subtitle, and the citation would look if you got your image off the internet. If you took the image yourself, it's going to look exactly like this, except you'll just delete this last line here, that image retrieved line. That one doesn't need to be there if you took the picture itself. And then we've got some sample documents I think that you'll find really helpful here. So if we go into the modules tab and we go down to our SOP, find it real quick. We'll scroll up. Standard operating procedure. Here we go. Here's the recorded lecture. I will walk you through it step by step. Every single step, we'll talk about it, so definitely worth watching. Here is an assignment sample, which I think will be beneficial. I have a couple samples here. So check them out, kind of see how other people have successfully completed this assignment, and then go about doing it yourself. And then we've got the usability testing, we've got the worksheet here, and a PowerPoint that talks about different ways usability testing happens at the professional level. But for the sake of this assignment, you just have to have a friend fill out the worksheet and upload it. You don't have to have them like pen and paper sign it. You can just have them sign it in a cursive font, and that works just fine. Absolutely fine to do that if you wish. So that's what we're working on this week. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of fun ideas you guys come up with in terms of topics for the standard operating procedure. And I look forward to seeing how all that comes together. This can really be a creative endeavor. So come up with cool images, make sure all of your instructions are linear and logical, and you should be good to go. As always, if you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help. Otherwise, have a great week, guys.